I'm Amy Cherry. This local news is a service of Flagler County's Toyota dealer, Beaver Toyota, here to wow ya.
There will be nothing left. Absolutely nothing left.
A controversial development gets the green light from the Flagler County Planning Board. The Gardens, a proposed community of 335 homes with a golf course between John Anderson Highway and State Road 100, is smaller than what was initially proposed last summer. Resident and former Flagler County Commissioner Barbara Revels takes issue with the project. She points to what was done down the road in the Bulow Shores development to prevent flooding.
They took a gorgeous piece of property, bulldozed most of the oak trees to create a massive mowed area to store water in, another massive area that's a lake, put the roads in on 5 feet of fill. Every house has got to be higher than the road, so that's 6-7 feet of fill. Nothing will grow there. It's insane. And that is exactly what will have to happen on this property in order to do the development, in order for them to comply so that their lots will not flood.
Mark Langelo of the Planning Board said the project did not require a new planned unit development application.
We have two issues. One is a site plan, which is addressing some of the concerns I heard. And the other thing is the PUD, the amendment of it. So we just need to try to separate those.
It passed in a vote 5-1 with Mike Goodman being the sole no vote. The proposed development now heads to the Flagler County Commission for consideration. A new COVID-19 public safety initiative gets underway in Flagler Beach. John Arking reports.
The Flagler Beach Police Department has announced a new enforcement effort called Masks for Motorists that will coincide with new speed limits on A1A. Flagler Beach Police Chief Matt Downey says it's a partnership between the Flagler Beach Police Department and the local Florida Department of Health Flagler.
So during COVID-19, the big push now is masks for help spread the preventive of this virus that's affected all of us. So when the Department of Transportation adjusted some of the speed limits, not very many, but a couple of them, on A1A, the idea was to educate motorists, and when we're educating them about the speed limit, to offer them masks free of charge that were donated by the Department of Health.
Beginning today and continuing through Monday, August 31st, Flagler Beach officers will be conducting radar operations on A1A, stopping motorists for speeding offenses and issuing written warnings at their discretion. When they do, they'll explain the new speed limit zones and then offer motorists a 5-pack of free cloth face masks. The new changes will start at North 2nd Street and conclude at South 25th Street. The campaign will include the usage of electronic variable message boards on A1A to alert motorists about the speed, as well as a social media campaign on the police department's Facebook and Twitter pages using the hashtag Masks for Motorists. From the WNZF Newsroom, I'm John Arking.
Can a patient with COVID-19 be monitored outside the hospital?
Advent Health Hospital Emergency Room Director Dr. Paul Mucciola says yes, they can. The technology that lets him do that is called Vivify, and it means that patients with symptoms don't need to go to the ER.
And what it does is set them up with a system for outpatient monitoring. Their oxygenation, they have physician follow-up virtually, they have access to a nurse line, information line, and what that does is give people a great security blanket at home.
Dr. Mucciola said that patients who have COVID, who go home and then have to come back to the hospital, is down to fewer than 10. He said that Vivify is accurate and it keeps more and more patients from coming to the hospital to recover. To listen to Dr. Mucciola discuss more COVID-19, download the Flagler radio app and then go to the Free for All Friday podcast. Tomorrow, how good is medicine? From the WNZF Newsroom, I'm Deb Albertson.
The city of Bunnell's water tower looks a little different these days. Karen Johnson tells us why.
It's been more than 90 years since it was erected and first placed in service and provides the city with reservoir water when needed. Now the iconic water tower that stands 110 feet high and holds 75,000 gallons of water is getting a facelift. Bunnell City Manager Dr. Alvin Jackson.
They're going to sandblast it and repaint it. Then they will drop tinting so that they can do the work.
The water tower provides the city of Bunnell with water during emergencies when electric and generator sources aren't available. The Bunnell water tower is inspected each year and is repainted every 5 years. For Flagler's Morning News, I'm Karen Johnson.
And now you're up to date on Flagler's Morning News. I'm Amy Cherry.